New season means new animes, and new animes mean more degenerate shit. I love it. So I set out on a quest to watch as many new animes as I could, and I found some interesting ones. Starting with Dungeons. A whole new world with its own sophisticated set of rules filled with otherworldly creatures. It's used as a main plot, some has it as a side quest. There's literally a series with the word dungeon in its title. This is where the action happens. Beasts and orcs slain as the MC levels up. Dungeon equals killing. But, what if we eat the dungeon? Huh?
Oh my god.
Dungeon Meshi starts off in a havoc. The protagonist and his squad are being overpowered by the red dragon. They're hungry. Our protagonist is lost in his thoughts. Trust fall. His sister pushed him off. That's not how trust fall works. Saved his ass from being eaten and just barely manages to get everyone else out alive. They wake up outside the dungeon, realize what's going on. His sister sacrificed herself and is about to be devoured by the red dragon. Anyways, what's for lunch? This anime is both weird and intriguing. It explores a theme that no other dungeon animes have done before. You need armor, money, skill, and food to survive. But there's just one problem. They're broke. Let's sell the little guy. So instead of killing the monsters, they look at them and say,
I'ma eat it.
But they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know if the monsters are even edible. Elf girl here doesn't want to eat roots growing out of a cemetery. Enter Senshi. He is the savior. Senshi is an expert of monster cuisine. He just cooks random things in the dungeon that will make you go, what was it? You watch this anime and it raises your curiosity about food. How do we know that slimes wouldn't taste good? I mean, some guy in China probably thought bats tasted good and caused a pandemic. But still, Dungeon Meshi is more than just cooking monsters in a dungeon. It's agriculture, biology, pure culinary. They're pretty creative with their dishes and the monsters. This is a snake with a chicken tail, read that again. So the plan is to find the red dragon, retrieve the sister that is supposedly kind by now, and hopefully not start a global pandemic. I'm gonna summarize the plot in 5 seconds. Basically, a weird phenomenon started happening around the world where gates started opening throughout the entire. The gates, which led to another dimension, were filled with demons, and so an anti-demon core was built. But to be a member of the Demon Slayer, you would have to eat a fruit, which will grant you unique power. So our protagonist found himself in the demon realm, and long story short, he became a slave to a mommy. And the devil fruit she ate gave her the power to buff her slave, enhancing their powers. But in return, she's forced to satisfy her slave's subconscious desire. So basically, this anime just comes across as a lot of different premises mashed into one story. Is that a minigun? Ant-Man? The selling point is basically the action and the mandatory reward after. The harder he works, the better rewards he'll get. So you're just waiting to see what other weird kinks does the MC have. Like, who the fuck enjoys having his balls stepped on? What? That's crazy. The slave power that this white hair anime girl that I totally want to be stepped on by has also allows her slave to be enslaved by other girls. So the pros and cons are the protagonist is a slave to many girls, but the girls are also a slave to him. Wait, maybe this could also. There's also a lolly. Surely she's not gonna be a part of this, right? The world is also run by feminists, so society has turned into this woman's supremacy. Only the females can attain the powers that the fruit beholds. So guys, on the other hand, clean schools, get chained up and sit on. What a shitty world. Next anime is Gushing over magical girls, or as I like to call it, fangirl gets blackmailed into becoming a sadistic rapist. Can I say that? Let's start with Fangirl, our main character, who's just your regular teenage girl. She's a little introverted, but absolutely adores these magical girls that protect the town. Gets blackmailed is when she was approached by this Pokemon thing, who offers her a chance to become the magical girls that she loves so much. Yeah, that was a fucking lie. She became the antagonist instead, and this is where fan service comes in. But it doesn't stop there. Into becoming a sadistic rapist. So she gets blackmailed into fighting the magical girls that she idolizes, and her powers basically rapes them.
Hey, stop! Why? I just don't get it. I always catch you fuckers watching this sick shit. This is sickening.
But there's also a tragic backstory behind this weird premise. There's a world filled with these Pokemon mascots, but everyone hated the black and yellow ones. Seems racially motivated, so they use these magical girls to drive them to extinction. That's why they're looking for villains to defeat them. If saving my friends is evil, then I'm fine playing the villain. Yeah, that was all a fucking lie. This show is just fan service overload. The main character slowly accepts the sadist she is. She finds new ways to toy with them as the show goes on, and they start enjoying it. Bro, what the fuck? What's even weird is that they're all in the same fucking class, sitting next to each other. How does none of them recognize that she's protected by the same magic so we can't recognize her when she's transformed? Oh, I see. A schoolgirl. A sadistic schoolgirl. But fan service aside, I really enjoy the voice acting by the protagonist. She kinda gives off Bochi vibes, except Bochi doesn't rape her classmates. So we've talked about some weird, like borderline fucked up animes up until now. But this Time for Torture Princess. The title gives you chills. What terrifying ways of torturing awaits the princess, who turns out to be... Wait. Yep, it's another saber. But she's also the princess and commander of the Imperial 3rd Legion. I don't know what that means. But she gets captured by the demon army, imprisoned with shackles latched onto her feet. Oh, how far she has fallen. And now she must reveal the secrets of the kingdom or be tortured by the foul demons that govern the land. Oh, what horror awaits.
Brett.
Eh?
Yeah, it's not that kind of anime. Time for Torture is wholesome. The torturing is basically the princess being tempted with guilty pleasures that everyone can relate to. The first episode features takoyaki, crispy fried batter on the outside, warm and tender octopus on the inside. Oh, how cruel. Late night ramen, rich, creamy broth with soft-boiled eggs and al dente noodles. Such diabolical acts. Golden brown toast, crunchy to the bite, fluffy cotton in sight. Oh, the misery. But that's nothing for our protagonist, as she is the princess and commander of the Imperial 3rd Legion. She will not yield to such disgrace. She caved. Yep, toast party. Donja, donja, donja. So the story is basically the demons edging the princess over and over again to make her spill the beans. The secrets of the Imperial Kingdom, like how the king prefers sea over land. The guards change shifts every Sunday morning. This is some highly classified information. And time after time, the princess caved with each edging session. The princess, the commander of the Imperial 3rd, but they don't just edge her with food, like some bursting hot xiaolongbao filled with flavorful broth and juicy, tender meat. No. It's just things that people can't resist, like a cute mini polar bear, gaming with friends, theme parks, hot springs, and boobies. Even the demon lord, the pinnacle of monstrosity, got fucking edged and turned zesty. This show rides on the gag comedy, and I too want to be edged on. Yeah, I have no idea what the author was thinking. The story goes like this. Our main character is 30 years old, virgin, which gave him the power to read minds. Totally normal, not weird at all, but he has to touch the person to read their thoughts. So as I was watching through the first episode, I didn't thought of much. Heck, I didn't even know what genre this was. I looked at the title and said, that's weird enough. Another character shows up. He's the handsome colleague. Why is he glowing? Why is he touching him? Why is he so close? And that's when I realized it's Yeah, I didn't know it was a boys love anime. I thought it was going to be some sort of isekai. Isekai. Kai. So yeah, to the straight males watching this, do you guys watch boys love anime? Like, I'm genuinely curious if boys who are straight actually enjoy watching this genre of anime. If I was to put it in perspective, the main character is kind of like a tsundere in romance animes, and the handsome one is that tall and almost perfect partner for her. But that's not the weird part. No, I'm not homophobic. The weird part is unlocking telepathic powers at the age of 30 while still being a virgin. So does that mean I'm also? But it just got me thinking, like, are you a virgin because you're gay? Or are you gay because you're a virgin? And if this anime is gay, which virginity is he losing?